See, there's micro and macro managing. You have to micromanage so that down the road you can macro manage. Micro is you're doing everything where you're inspecting along the way. Then once you build trust with somebody, you can back away from them because for 90 days they prove to you that they're going to do it the right way. Now you've got a system and flow going within your organization. And this is how it works, guys. This is how you build leaders. This is how I built 250 millionaires, six-figure earners. This is how I did it. When you master that in business, you have succeeded. Quality of life that you create is not about the money you make. It's about the freedom you've just earned yourself and your family. And now you can spend the rest of your life enjoying your life. Doesn't mean you're not going to work your ass off. Doesn't mean you're going to take Sundays and Saturdays off. It means you're going to work like hell, create a system, build a business, and someday you can start walking away and let it run itself. When you're working with somebody and you're going through the steps, you've just explained someone's job's duties, right? Here's the magic. You spend time presenting to a human or to a person, the same thing, right? And when you're done presenting, say, great, now that I've just explained to you what your job is today, what I need to have done or what you need to do today, I need you to explain back to me what it is I just gave you. Now, here's what's going to happen. When they tell it back to you, hey, I'm going to go do this, this, and this. Here's how you want it done. Because how you want it done is not about you being their Lord. How you tell them to do it is for them to get consistency of the process. That's the success, is doing it right, not doing it their way. This is where people do a tug of war with you. There's no their way. It's the systematic way of the company. And so when they respond back to you and then you're listening, you're like, okay, here's what you're looking for. How well did they take notes? Did they take notes like, this is BS, I'm gonna write it my way? Or did they explain it back to you exactly the way that you told them? When they explain it back to you, the first thing you do is you have to always celebrate. Hey, you know what? First of all, let me explain. You did a great job on this, this, and this. So good job. But here's where you missed. You missed here, here, and here. So either I spoke too fast and you didn't write this down right, or you're not paying attention. So the bottom line is this is on you. I'm not gonna sit here and babysit you. You are part of this company. You're a valuable asset if you do your job right. So what I'm not gonna do is play games with you. If I'm talking too fast, say, well, hold on one moment, I'm trying to take notes. I'm gonna slow down and let you take notes. Because if after we could do this for 3 or 4 times, it's shame on me in the beginning. It's shame on you in the beginning. But if I keep you, it's shame on me for keeping you and disrupting my flow in my business. So what you guys have got to do is you inspect, okay? Well, all you guys out there, I can tell you this is 9.8%, 9 out of 10 people, you guys do this. So you give orders, you give job duties, and then you just say, okay, we'll meet tonight. And then tonight comes and guess what? You didn't have them repeat back to you what they've got to get done and how. So you didn't get to see the area that you got to go back over before the day starts. So now when the day ends, or maybe you don't talk to them for 3 days because the project's a 4-day project, you come back, you don't make any phone calls at the end of the day, tomorrow morning, in 4 days, 3 days, when the project's due, you just say, okay, let's sit down, go over it, and none of it's right. And you're going, holy F, how could this happen? That is on you, not them. Because here's what you do. You go over whatever the deal is. This could be with sales, with training people to go through courses. This could be training your staff, running your VPs, the departments. Because what you do with them, they do with their supervisors and managers. The supervisors and managers do it with their employees. It's the teach philosophy. So what you got to really understand is when you give directions to somebody, have them repeat back to you what it is that you gave them. Find out what they did great, correct what they need to do, have them re-explain it to you, and say, great, let's go. Let's have a great day. At night, come back and go over everything. Where are we? This morning, we were gonna do it this way, boom, boom, boom. Explain back to me where you are and what happened. And then you're gonna watch. Now, if someone's new or newer, I wouldn't just rely on waiting till the celebrate and fix meeting at night. I would check in at about 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock, say, hey, I'm just checking in with you to see how everything's going. Based on the notes you took this morning, do you have any questions? No, I don't. Fantastic. If you do, don't wait till tonight. Please get a hold of me beforehand. Okay, great. Bye for now. Boom. See, now what you're doing is you're making someone independent as a person in your group, but dependent on focusing on the philosophy to make it work. See, there's micro and macro managing. You have to micromanage so that down the road you can macro manage. Micro is you're doing everything where you're inspecting along the way. Then once you build trust with somebody, you can back away from them because for 90 days they prove to you that they're going to do it the right way based on the meetings. Now you've got a system and flow going within your organization. And this is how it works, guys. This is how you build leaders. This is how I built 250 millionaires, six-figure earners. This is how I did it. I didn't just say, hey, we're gonna go sell a bunch of stuff. We're all gonna get rich. No, I had to build leaders that when I walk, they walk. When I'm not in the room, they walk just like me. People would always say, hey, you can tell that guy's been in your organization because he talks like you, walks like you, corrects people like you, he sells like you, he demands his presence like you, he's a leader. And that's what you need. When you're no longer around people, you need them to blossom and become strong leaders with or without you. That's the end game in life. And in business, when you create leaders, that's when you can walk away from the business and just collect an income or sell the business if you choose to. Remember, if it's not scalable, it's not saleable. So we got to get away from, a lot of you guys have your hat on backwards, you have a sales funnel going and you're excited for 50 grand. God bless you. But it's only fun for like 90 days until all of a sudden everything's falling apart. So you got to set up structure now, and it's okay if it fell apart. I've had it happen to me. But then the pain of holding it all together forces you either to quit or to create a systematic approach. When you create a system, it takes about 6 months to get it running smoothly, just like McDonald's. And before you know it, it runs with or without you. Do you think Ray Kroc, who's been dead now for 30 years, can you believe the system he made is still flipping burgers with 14-year-olds and 15-year-olds 30 years later? It's because the system he made, it runs with or without him. And when you master that in business, you have succeeded, and the quality of life that you create is not about the money you make. It's about the freedom you've just earned yourself and your family, and now you can spend the rest of your life enjoying your life. Doesn't mean you're not going to work your ass off. Doesn't mean you're going to take Sundays and Saturdays off. It means you're going to work like hell, create a system, build a business, and someday you can start walking away and let it run itself.